Nagutal na kalongatan ni singile ni kwa. Ana buku ni leslesi. Waka malangi ni utudaki na kemni maliwa. Ani singile ni kwa. Klani ndo bata. Ana buku ni bos ni bikin tabaki. Anda mai patu kita kena na singile ni kwa. Na volta mbe madalta ka kende sinile no to korongo. Kende mi chiko bulengeki. Ayana buna aklo batara chikina na vikaya chungo mendarin reide chiko mendekla sindona kai tunde chike sindona kai nda kota mai siang tal ngendona kai ndona kota ni nando korsa le porta kana kulumilo malang ko tukuno choni na boli batikla matiki pola ni korongo na kena rerito toka siang ni pamadal tekira na kana porta na kulu sunu dura na da bakasama me nda pakamadal taka me patutu batek kena kai nda stabe burburungo kena nonda yale lai sonongo nenda ndunta tubu enda ngai baksam taka nongon satu mikir lo malang enda ngai ke bai menita me tamu duranda bai minata tunu kelu na kai porta ke bikana kla ya nonda kelu mata ya nonda tuk na singile ni kwa tunsu ngona kena ultanga the gates of heaven. Na mata-mata ni koro ilo malanya. Kla awa bareda ba na internet. Awa sin kila bantu ni na buno ni kompeta no kutalebo ni batake na kedo go sokot kedi bichi. Virto na ngwan. Ya. Yungon kendo la kale daga ka. Ondu bangata ka tu na internet e tulo mani buno andu portake na ngwan ni nugu wadangi dai. Warkeda na tuka air sini be koita na katuka eu kila tu ni kena betira ndartalboni erosos tunga kina kepka ruka na batu bango ro sindrin vitalo ira du bar tunga ndartalboni du ire tunga na kara retu ke kana tu ko kana du tunga yo na katala ba ka usare sa chukutala na bikanda tu tunga no bango ira na ndangasi du kana chuku du birreki chuku sangia tol mina talboni sangai sang saranga na birreki yo ya unge nungu daga chikau ni sang tu bi ndra ga usang ndo bangata tu na talbo na internet na computer nanda ultanga ni kwa the gates of heaven sindo bi kento ko sini bela kalo malang e rona buna ore ndo mai bali patiki ndo mai china e chukutala ki ndo na ausindeni kota rame na kango gonge keranga ndo na dorbu ngai dang na tak mebe na ka kedan na matageleni kwa ndo na lalo er sa mos tu tolo kaloko ye patarana kalo meurin stabir tu tala ba nangon tala ngo yo tunchu bongo oruna bunongo ro bora kenina ngai barida ro bo ira patokatal tunga na bunongo it's a gates of heaven ndo mai bali patiki ndo china mai china ndo ka ken rebinaka. Lots of people went there because they want to see the gates of heaven. E Dios sabul kadi ona ten. La koda ki meada bona ulibono lebungo mechen. Ngona sa dikini meada kya? It takes 999 steps to reach the gate of heaven. E oso irna tourist. Merlere na gates of heaven go. Yo kenda ba binaka ni na volta mbe ba madala taktu. Endo chuko na mata ni korla malani. Kwa kenda bani nuki chicken nanda ana bunanda la chumi kin melot mendora tamas turanga na tukutuko nomni tukutuko bikemami me kimemi kila chukuturanga ngona buno kimna le dava kina buki kimami na singele buni kwa dundu ni ka kimla ko zuruma mai so tangi so rawa so marau turanga yikim simbera misaka ga baka chukuna bunongo tukutuku ni ko turang me bande tikemami ndon chumbe na buno kimsa chikino go se kimi molo muro chikimbeka bukir tel nga turang arba sangar mereni kim bukira me kimren sutaba na matamatango ngone mingangandre kiono numni tamata kakundi badala indoni singile buni kwa kimsa masu na damni chisu ne mem turanga kai bambura. The gates, it's in the Old Testament, it played important roles beside being part of the city, protection against invaders. Yana mata-mata. Na mata-mata ni koro kwes, doana ka mimbi na naitavito kwa, me tangu magwa mimbi, the guards were appointed. They are not allowed to sleep on the gate, on watching, because the life and death of the people inside the city were on their hands. Anabuna, tunjikina boltamu, kwa ngomu dunga ipakatao kadabu. Dungu masu chigornata pakatao sindondon meramode. So the gates, yandona bunu mbimbi, kwa rapak sangarachik morna enemy, mernadabu, mernam basuka. City gates were places of control activities in the biblical times. Kwa rakandu dakabana city gates. It was in the city gates that important business transactions were made. Punogona bunani do dakakina biboli. Erndo me sotike mbalatini daw. Gona bunu do bakko to tolkin ke gamina ke don tuk me bakko lo mani koro. Ena me kadibek ngalo mani mata ni koro. Court, convenient and public announcement were also made. Ni burubilo ite kendua, kwa na kome bana mata ni koro. Ke ka salurai orturai dorto nambete, portiger nangase, nindina ni dala ena pabirke ko bana daw. Wana mata ni koro ke sanga tukuni me kaitu mapane, taung doko ni koro me li pabirkina. Yo kon me bilo ite ke bana daw. Why, daw na bunu me tak tukina bana gate. Balate ana bunu oso together bali bunu tamat. Maybe you want to meet one of your friends or visitors, you'll come into the gate. First mention of the city gates. Genesis 19 verse 1. And there came two angels to Sodom and at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. This is where he come to make a business transaction. And maybe talo taker na kame mbalat. Olu chali butu niau. Betu ko na puno jingita ko odi. Osotoma. May da tuika ko bibisik ta chuko na kame mbalat na business ise ndona bitaloni. Ngesutobi roki na nada. He was set in the gate of Sodom and met those two angels. Deuteronomy 21, 18 to 21. If a man has a stubborn and rebellious son who does not obey his father and mother and will not listen to them when they discipline him, his father and mother shall take hold of him and bring him to the elders at the gate of his town. They shall say to the elders, this son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey us. He is profitable and a drunkard. Ibay? Ano puno ni Biloy, iba na matamatin koro. Kanda nung wane think bebele, tubiron tumutu me kochiro ba na daw. Matamatin ni koro, lin tuka me tukuni me laki kabi ko na daw. So the gate, judgment do ba turika buwan ton tamat ke bakasadal. 1 Samuel 4:18. And it came to pass when he made mention of the ark of God, that he fell from off his seat backward by the side of the gate, and his neck brake, and he died, for he was an old man and heavy, and he had judged Israel 40 years. Odingo, go Eli. Nangona o sola sa lagu kin melebolu chir na kay Filistia, gay koto ko nadam. Katuni bela lati chigulo manabuno chini. Nananu mo sola de na favor tigir na klom betini sa kaw ne bela lati. Sini barong ta ko birto na irna kaw ni beti. Lagu tal chunga ke rona lube Eli ngoro utamata daba. Tobo da. Rolotu chuku rutakap chuku ni balbalda. Rono lala durbongo. Sangila ko ali wawa tuko bana matematini koro waiting there. Me tarong tuko simadala nakatuni vela lache na listal mai ko ala ko ya. Watike rona lubena tangane. Finai si batike de. O finai. Ngono sa rongo de kinu ko ni sa mate rona lubena tangane. Ngai sa ka tulangan nakatuni vela lache. Lava. He fell from off the seat backward by the side of the gate, and his neck brake, and he died. For he was an old man, heavy, and he had judged Israel for 40 years. Pwede ko lewa tukina? Matamatini koro. Siya wala ngane kwa. Orkeda na Israeli, orna marama, orna mewa tuka mewarak. Siya dubada ba nangona ralaku kino erno chinda merlida. Relevalu. Yana puno erno me tabak tukina merlida lambeka. Kaya kasa nangona ni bela la tibo, nangona ni Roma, ni Saliceni na general ba ni bolu, dapat tu punta kumuka. White Horse, buli dah apa na bolu batikla, ni Saliceni ni bolu, kono punta kumena osi bulu bulu. It's a sign of victory. Na lesu mikina chisu, nta punta muka na osi bulu bula, batikin na nanadab. Selwau. Revelation 19 na. So ike na puno erdo me wawa kino me waraka. Ndoraka patikin na rubula ngir me wawa banadab. The city gate. David mustered the men who were with him and appointed over them, commanded thousands of commanders. David came to the city gate. Come basal te gir no na matibol limberna lida. Ni takni bolur na sotebe. Soteba na mata ni koro. So the gate played important roles in the what? In the city. Genesis 22:17, that in the blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. Part of the promises that was given to Abraham, you shall possess the gate of your enemies. When the enemy possesses the gate, he conquered the whole city. Nangon sa rawai kina sa kambasura to na matamatani koro sa kilabinak sar tungayo na daw. The enemies that we conquer the whole city. Ano po na ito makina in the Old Testament na daw city. Babylon was fallen. Ito kung nepolta ni daw. Wakmadar na way no futis. Yukilan ka tukun na po sa tukun tuman donan raw na mbak simber sudoisya wasya basang bulkalima tiginan do kenerwa. O ay siya ako na mindola pa na matamatang rumebi. Ay siniloko tu na matamata. O irakila na wasa, iyo na bolta beba madalta kay siniloko tu na matamatang rumi papulin. Sabi na buna. Betul ni pugna sa kosa na mga is this Babylon but na pilit sa sari. Sirindo bolit skoro. Balata na kaya bay na kaya na kukuha na matintuko kosa na mga sinraw. So nung kaya nandaban na sarang sa tuya. Lebuni labo sa tunggoy biyaw na bukaw sa kila. Au sindindor ka lang biyaw. Dana kaya dumi papulon sangay tukuno ko na tuigo. Koto me ko na ya ko lutika manda me ngun kina manda me matin. Ra mode na gad ko ran rabu ko na matmatin ko. Sinilo ko tu nambaya. Right? So the seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. Part of the promise that was given to Abraham is the what? He'll possess the gate of the enemies. Remember that, fathers and mothers. Enemy will always want to what? When he possess the gate, conquer the gate, he conquer the whole city. Yeah, the city gate. Sakambas to the city gate. When kormo kami ni sa kambaso na city gate. Kaya pagkatang dure na ba libso na lalo Rabartek tu, where do gata kabali bunadam. O Constantinople na nambale kono korlebia, politiko attack imbala tagadidam. Where basuka nga nambai. Okay. Yo. In the Old Testament, that's the history. In the Old Testament, God had a plan of the sanctuary. He gave it to Moses in Daniel. When Moses went up to bring the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai, part of his gift to Moses was the plan of the sanctuary. Not only the plan, the rules of the priest and the high priest, the furniture that was in the holy and the most holy. Not only that, the gates when you enter to the most holy. Atalanga ka ba madal ta kana boltam. Ano bunwa? Be ba madal ta be ande talanga kinni kwa. Atalanga na bunwa sindu ba motsiki na kango. Kere. Exodus 25:8-9. Have the people of Israel build me a holy sanctuary, say, so I can live among them. You must build this tabernacle and its furnishing exactly according to the pattern I will show you. Sometimes, Saruta, me son of the carpenter, odi. Ya no na taka kwa is an architecture. Kenda ngali buli na Revelation 21. E sinipa madal takira no na plan tak tugino kwa na ado. Na Jerusalem bu. Sule kwa na plan go tuno kwa. Build me a sanctuary that I may dwell among you. You must build this tabernacle and its furnishing exactly according to the pattern that I will show you. Moses. Nothing. Faith is an experience. Kaya menda bambo to nakatun bigyan na klo. Patike na lebu na posnya lal tuke. Kaya kanton tama bambo to nakatuke lakaba. Ko sinrenta mata daba. Sinta mata lo lebando. Tunjike na tike go. You must build the tabernacle and its furnishings exactly according to the pattern I will show you. Wrote me carpenter. I wrote me creator because he was the what? It's not only the son of the carpenter. He's an architect, a designer. Kake tunga burubura sindriba weliro, sindriba madal tekiro. Yo, this is the plan. Itunjike, the tabernacle. Same was a bit to Psalm 77:13. Thy way, O God, is in the sanctuary. Go to the Bulitike and be Singabaron, the Bulitike. Thy way, O God, is in the sanctuary. Why? Why the sanctuary? Why did Moses have to copy exactly according to what he given him the plan? His way, God's ways. In the Old Testament, they found God and Christ here in the sanctuary. Class, we sometimes as Adventists, we neglect to read the what? Exodus, Leviticus and Numbers and the cancer of Nanumudala, Kangos Expasa, a senior Mandulika. We want revelation, the last Adventist. Without this, can Sindrin Claro na Bolibatikla. Because saying in the Old Testament, the sanctuary, there's no message for the Adventists. Chukukedi can a message in Revelation can a Daniel. When I saw feel kin na kakede, when I won in a bed movement, or na midnight cry. So they went back to study the what? The sanctuary. So today, well, should be in the innermost particular most holy. Because can so no we go beyond the gate, so we study what inside the city, what in the gates. Our topic today is what? The gates. Very much. Exodus 27, verse 16. And for the gate of the court shall be an hanging of 20 cubits of blue and purple and scarlet, and fine twined linen with the needle work, and their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets shall be 4. Gona na prescription talaga ni kana dhaka nada. Isindona ka dhaka ba bitelia. Kemamba le kemkasa tukuna global dhaka exactly what I tell you. Dhaka but there is a purpose. There is a meaning. The gate of the court shall be an hanging of 20 cubits of blue, purple, scarlet, and fine twined linen, wrought in needlework, and the pillars shall be 4, and their sockets shall be 4. Much care. So he drove out the men, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim and a flaming sword with 10 every way to keep the way of the tree of life. Oiga, muba madaltaka. Nangon sa tarkin na baltamu, na bukichikebi. Kaya na lotun kebitu, we must know exactly this. Sinim beauty wa bitele na baltamu. Na baltamu, he always pointed to the west, backward to the east. Sabi na puna? Sinikalo na matin singa. Nakalo chukumina west. Chukulo mea kwa manalong tamsar. So he drove them men, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden, it's in the west. They moved down to the east. So the opposite direction is where? When you move to the west, you move towards the sanctuary, you move towards Eden. When you move backwards to east, remember, there's nothing there in the east. You must move to the west. Kila nangona sana burulis mikina chisu. Tukono kwa nindure danga sa tuna balta muna kabasila. Oskina ordi. Tani alla profita. Tukun talanga iskeli. Nangona ngandure da. Ngere ne bango ko ernangasi rusunga bul kalima. Or nangasi rebilta ke rusum kaba patike nado. And the high priest. Ngere ne bango kwa. They are not bow down to the throne to the west. Here's a book to the what? They bow down to the east. Where is the east? It's a sun worship. Yana halak mi bia. Mar profse ana kumiluman nandalutu. Na dono ngon sa tukuni bikenda. Sa sinsingeta mujingo ken men sa du banadaw. Go. O de yerna lutaka. Yana profse. Kesa tukuni biko ni tal musa du bikesen do biya yo sa tukuni biko sa sinsingeta mujingo lake guna muria. Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. Wala that tau si kenta bana kelu. Kenta nan rota kinna daw. Yana bu na naweka aku nin rota ka molag maybe. Kenta ngiya mi lomo. So the opposite direction is where you run away from God. You're going down to the east. Genesis 13:11. Then Lord chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves, the one from the other. Sa suleto ng jing aparam biloch, ikumun jing taka where you want to go. Where was the decision of Lot? Kung gagrebang ko from the east. Kaya kiniguna lakatala mong kumana west, baka buno katikatsuko Orang tu mereka mesti tunggu tunggu kau san rotak mena kata medak. Kami jika kau hawak laku, pakai bata sibuk dalge ya masta. Iyo, sono kan tu benjing kita kena is ni buno binak kan geri binak. Iyo, apa ya na buno jing kita kau di. Lord chose the east. Why pram? Kau nak na west towards God. 27 verse 16. And for the gate of the court shall be an hanging of 20 cubits of blue and purple and scarlet. There's a meaning and purpose of the colors. Ni ko agenda sandure de mo ni tumo na bal dum bor nak tala so na gate. Erba gate tu erba camera kaken. Yo na klutala batara tal ngana da. Non na bal na gate mem rib na tala. Bitu na klo aken tala me desta di taka kona bai keda. Numbers 15:37 to 40. Give the following instruction to the people of Israel throughout the generation to come. You must make tassels for the hems of your clothing and attach them with a blue cord. Ya do kami to ke. An rasul werneda. Israel, when you see the tassel, you will remember and obey all the commandments of Yahweh instead of following your own desire and defiling yourself as you are prone to do. The tassel will help you remember that you must obey all my commands and be holy to your God. Yana blue. Roga blue ko chikupanadam. In the tabernacle gates. Na blue ko erda tukuno erda doni nandoni voltamu. Na roka blue dona patungo e kunkuni nende me orange dona patu blue. Na blue beto ko aitsa na roka na blue. Ko relo malangi kuna red na blue. Ikuna tuzar mindala na idake o dukamba ta ko koromba ngire me ko na oitu me tomba usuba ngire da e karkaro. So it's deep. It's everlasting. Ikuna lagani bana malula o sanga mo da basang na bua se tos nga tos. Yana no na tau mundura kalo. It is God's love for us. It's eternal. You can read the Bible. You can say, "I'm going to go to the Bible." Panawasti tomu. You can go to the Bible. You can read the Bible. Say, "In total, I come to the Bible." Chukuna no malmalum. Yana lo manikolo biko. Nadaba blue. The commandment is everlasting. Erani bisa unon desulu. Betongo nakangada. Kosin tunde. The commandment is the what? Tukuna chisur ntakala lo malangi, takala burubur na nongo puna usin ntakala. Yana puna. Pinchike remember, you must obey all my commandments. Nangoni ko redikin na dap. Iyo yana puna tukuni kina kalube para redaki. Redaki chiko lo malangi. Wararong chiko be wambo tukuna kau tukun chibiko. Ayo usin rilas, usin tamata. Purple, total la rock chica color purple. John 19 verse 2 to 3. The soldiers wove a crown of thorns and put it on Jesus' head, and they put a purple robe on him. Hail, King of the Jews! They mock as they slap him across the face. The royalty, the royal color. Erdundarma ko erna lubin turanga. It's a color of position. Tonatamata darma indona sonarogango. It means okango ndindi. Kata kaya maybe dota nan rasulu erdundarma erna ngoni dap. Ngon sole mendundarma erna oingor na lubin turanga. Do ulil chimbek ndona mas siya switch. Nakalu talanga. The purple ndona tugona bongo. It's very hard to get purple dye. Nangona nindu na Chikipiko na sula ya nonranga werna tui yera turang serna lubin turang. So when the Israelites came to the tabernacle gate, those colors was what? Pointing them that they should obey the Lord and follow his commandment. That's blue. So the purple reminds them that they are ikusen luben tungan na tamata ikul lubeni kalau ni kalau na turang ken turang it's a royalty. Gona kada ka bichisu. Sa ko chukwa ngutunguri bikwa. Revelation 19 verse 13. Scarlet. Siendam-dam dola tali sumchika. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. This is a color of sacrifice. Nilako tumendo na Israeli, ready talaga na rokongo tumeba na paltamu. It reminds them that they should sacrifice their life. Mera dava. Mera nona tambuna kalu. Not only sacrifice their life, they have to sacrifice their what? Their wealth. Da kalu keranga bikede donga nana na kachini. Kosin kerana mui labu kede. Nila kutu moi ra dona rongo sulu chubira. Mera sacrifice ta chukuna rombula. Sanga walanga nan rombula. Non ria o patikena non dava. Non talenti. Ni kuah satu weekend sono talenti andando ngai dava. Se bosa dambeka na kalau be banga tak kenda ban mulut kenda ngendo be ba fancy taltu. No mutiko ni salak me ban non lotu na kalau. God expects us that you have the use your talent. Sacrifice your life. Revelation 19:18. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen. Kono sul volvo. Kono baltam. Clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. Tamatini glow e para takachubira na non itopo na glow menda tamatadaw. Me tamatal sa baketa. Da bitol mo bitol lo bandun. Kuana dapa. Kuna backbiters. Yana na balabala na tebora. Slender. Kona na dapa. Taka bichi sumilo malang. Kanta tamatikulo we have the righteous us. Kanta kasi ni kumenakata. Bos bandun sini taya. Ko ngan li dapa backbite. Tamatikulo e bana numirchiko. Uir mer tobo bula takana bula sabsaba bula bakalo. Mer tamata talai rawa. Mer tamata ndaube sorbaki. Sininganga sonro. So this was the color when they come to enter the gate of the tabernacle. John was the disciple of Jesus. Okwea sa kindabarachoni nionondotolulu their teachers that he is not only a teacher, not only the son of the carpenter. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the. Kona bosangango sulena plan ni da. Ni baleta buko solvi Moses. Kona bosangango ko bose bidi bi atama kevi ngon bulkinda burbura. The same word he spoke to Noah and to all the descendants of the people of God in the Old Testament. This same word. And the word was made flesh and dwell among us. Exodus 25 verse 8. Moses built me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them. And the word was made flesh and dwell among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and mercy. Trokan lom ni kalu ko sangol ngani bostak tumboy ndorka adam tanong me medam ko yasar nga pakatikwa, which is the plan of salvation in the Old Testament, in the sanctuary, ko sa tusar tungango ko nadam ko nakandina yo tamatani kalu siya kamandun kila. John 10, John Batsunga, get to go on the Tiginidua. To go to Chisu. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pasture. To go to Chisu, I am the gate. I am the gate. So in the Old Testament, the gate of the city, to be to what to the gate of the city Old Testament, what again another sanctuary. Nisa tukuna baltam, Nabilo weke the Daktalabana Matenda. Because Iralamingo says in Don and Rakor Mertara. There's no city. Na Konga Bamba Konada. Nabaltam. So everything was done in the gate. Olamikarton high priest Mireda, will you take kind to Takedi. In the New Testament, Jesus says that I am the door. If any man enter in he shall be safe and shall go in and out and find pasture. How can we relate this picture to the church we serve today? Kenta na bita-bata-bata na tunggu, wati kena song-songgulut kan selewen cingini kwa. Yorunga na katungu na lepulusai. Testimony for the churches. 495, page 5. The house of God, to the humble believing soul, the house of God on earth is the gate of heaven. The song of praise, the prayer, the word spoken by Christ's representative are God's appointed agency to prepare the people for the church above, for that loftier worship into which we can enter nothing that defileth. Ibina matmatini kormelo malang. The church. This is the blessing for us. The church. There are so many gates today. That's why people are deceived. The bandit can chukini kwa, kebuka ndombe ke kulumolo murota ka chikunda mchikini kwa. Awa tereng chimodi ndam chikuya. Ko lutumen lutusele. O mata oli o taulibai. Kla. O kenda na lutusele o ken sabonga doraka. Abonga menda kala mai bana singita ubate kena karamni chikumbulumbula. You bandit kango mchike. To the humble believing soul, the house of God on earth is the gate of heaven. God's appointed agency to prepare a people for the church. Song-song tu kaya mata-mata wala ni korn maybe. Ni bala tamundi na kwa tarchik maybe. Kona kena kopi ya sol nga bidi. Hebrew ya. Kopi ni bala tamu kona kanji ni chik maybe. Ibina kena mata-mata ni koro. Iyo. Kepa kai kubelo muro tachiku na munda michikulo mongo bandi tegi kuni kwa. That God's church in these last days is the what? Gate to heaven. Nangoni kusa bananda kini ke kusa muria sombuchu kini gorbana dapa. Wana east. Nalali sutabi kusotal na mata-mata ni koro. Ewa wabula talchunga waksam tachiku. They ikona numu ikon de rarada kena gateway motorway because there were no red light, no stopping, rambule bungi rarawa iko bitelenga usoma na tol sedaba bena katanga mu batu tolika do tugunti bengo maybe ndona eda better late than dead on time nakata ko mon jingita ndona ngunsal rambule la yo iko na daba ya dola malak bitele ombera posota nga ikus na daba sinimbera sinsende na puno al tek chikino ko mo baksam tanga na pala ni ken sa bor tek chik na daba na Korea yena ken mat ni koribe kongo elebu chiki na red light mat ken green light iko mo daba iko mo ba mure wala nga na daba GPS na alta buk tumbir ken chiko The Old Testament is the tabernacle. It's a gate with 4 colors. Blue represent the what? Obedience. Talera warong chuguni kisala kami pa na. Pano na lutu na kalo. Sintuguni kani we saved by grace ikusarin lewa na kato ka ba? Siya. The purple kundi olelai oi kolubentu ye sonanga ni kuno stompa kana ndendre kuni unle dawa oi ko dawa you are son of the living God, the creator, the scarlet nik salak mena na lutu na kulu iksin la kol ngam mendambe waltunga you have to sacrifice. God has a gift for you klabi keto na durlot irket na sapa ptusta ki durmena na lutu na kulu sulu bayir na sul merda bangataki they have the gift. Maka ken sin redia so birna dina no chungor sin wanga chiko Suleman da birna chanci ko ngere na gift be. Ken ka ba na white linen. Ni ku salak mena na lotu na kelo. No mutsi ko ikuna da. Iku mo bar ta ka na character. Not only to God, to the people that you living around with them. Kunan da ka ka sebuna da ba. Bar ta ka ni go da. Kona bulu ya me rok chike me red chike mo irna na da. No mumbula. The New Testament, Jesus said that I am the gate, I am the door. In these last days, what is the gate? The church. The church daba. God's church. God's true church. And do you know na lutu na kalu? Kaya barota kiri kinanta mat merna baro kinadaw. Lo malangi bu. Patrick and Prophet, chapter 3, page 62. The Garden of Eden remained upon the earth long after man becoming an outcast from its pleasant path. Na wer koiten ase tunga buru ndoro ngon balab ono sa balaw tskino na rona buda. The fallen race were long permitted to gaze upon the home of the innocent. Their entrance barred only by the watching angels. Kila na hondo sambal kinabunda. Nakalu sangay tugono we ronangilo rola rusangalida. Songa tu na baya. Yo sini kau lama lagi na ibing aramundo sangay tugon sige. Their entrance barred only by the watching angels, and the cherubim guarded gate of paradise, the divine glory was revealed. Hither came Adam and his sons to worship God. Boy, here they renewed their vows of obedience. Babu tak chicken nondo to me viala la chicken kilo nirto na sangtan liboro kanada nona bunon kilo dona kan non ngad ke na Paul kina statement go Adam and Eve they plead to God that they want to remain in the garden kilana kilo ke baka batarabero miru chuktal lo manida sana va ma wenga na balbal da lo manida weru kite en saril tuni kwa transgression of which had banished them from Eden. When the tide of iniquity overspread the world, and the wickedness of men determined their destruction of a flood of waters, the hand that planted Eden withdrew it from the earth. But in the final restitution, when there shall be new heaven and the nangon saranga sa bola ka kin ni may borusan kalo na walu sangay ko tano ko na da kino mbali tigu mo biata ma o ditali itu ne bitu na matematika o inoki o chereti o medicela o ditali adu binoa they came to the garden of Eden to gaze upon the paradise, the divine glory. Now the divine glory is this. That is 10 commandments. Yana nona glory na kalo. Na nona itopo na kalo. Melu rei veri no daw. Wir na tamata na ujutin wani kwa. Not by our words seka ubunu taka. Melu rei bikat na kaya. Harut meles mo tisu. Paka ko nando ni daw. Nunda lesson. Ko na the goal maker. Nangona ko nangimbita talko bando na katikata me kuko dake. Dapat na buna. Melu rei kino de. Not you. Okoya nando daka. Ko lo meredi kwa. Na singles me kin tisu. Ko na sin meredi de. Sin meredi lisoni. Se o pa se de. Ko na meredi. Ko redi tisu nga me ko tisu tali. That's the goal, the faith. Ko senga ni baka tubuli rawa. Baka tubuli indulong nga ba ng buko ang kaya daba. Kunelele ke baka kusala kudurum tuko na presa. Matthew 16 verse 8. Abur michin tuko nando tuko. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock, I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against. Remember, mata. Do the gates of heaven? Can go sini se rosanga bul se limsa bul me bakasa tukini kwa. Nalo tunawase runga na singelis mikin kwa. One on the left and one goes to the right. Limortona buku batke limortona singelis mikin sini me lebuna waswas e runga. I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. Si mani bada na kukuan indo ay puno ke. Ikorreda na bibo ambul takila sa sakto mi burubur bot ke rabi matalutungo. Sini be balle tikiga mo satkuno e urtungo sa lutunjina. Iko na kila na kandina na daw. Serekiko. Not by miracles. What is the truth? Go. Partly truth, sana. From Old to the New Testament. Ano po na, ernabilot ka, kung sugar, yung sa expire na, yun nila ka ba na revelation, kung yung God sa biriba madaltak. There is a God on earth that they uplift the what? The Bible and Bible only. O diya. Ako siya kapantun burungo, tanong gulot may buwan wasile, may bunutak mo, doon italtal, orang kutam-tam, may pamadaltak na bol ba tikila. Ngono salah kami kena nolo, dosa kami kelake. Kona kaki mesin kelatu ya, pamadaltak tuke. And I will give thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. Meuchine na tuktuk ni ko sahabal kana chin karwa. Jacob. Nangono sa Romi kinuka when he ran away from his promised land. Okay na ni sa tu kya horto. Kwal tagi bina to na tukana patagi na taman. He ran away because of his sin. Nrosom ko melak sombibi. Yo. On his way down, lako ko limodi, mbung singa ngi stapon dona daw. Girati ko dona kama. It's a ladder. Lak melomalangi rubura. Girati ko bana giradir nang lus girati ko indu tu me bana daw. Ngi solbi ko dona promise. Itu ni bi ko na kalo, I will promise awaya una daw. Wale bu ko takana mukawa. Ayaw na lako patiki ko na puno alta ki kon romi kinuko. Aw no sulle talibiko. Lako kwa. After 20 years, before he sange bosa na kalubi kwa, rosa nga bulambaki ni daw. Zurumutuko kwa na katikati ni daw. Vibaka, totongani, persecution na vibarata kibidi, wana na mamo. Oche rosa nga bulambaki sange tukuni biko na kalu lako. Yoko seben roma ka chuke ker buaya ayaw se daw. Ayaw se sibragi chumandike. It's a time of shaking. Ni sember chukme na daw. The great time of trouble. Ko tukun chukuna daw. Time of Jacob's trouble. Sindi ko ya 20 years sana chukisana ya. Ang tukun mo kalo ke ni kwa. Ayaw sa sibragi coach. Ayaw sa kilango yuksan ngarin suta ko chukmilingor. Sang itu mo kalo listan. On his way back to the promised land, ni baro yado sarangan kya. O de konstawa. His elder brother, Esau. Sindo tal na menda na mundua, kaya na lut. Wira nga saranga na daw. Wira nga na kanda lut, wira na kanda meda. Yung wira kautsugin ni daw. Kautsugin ng gasi. Ngon sa listal mikina Jacob, nambong isingan isimber ni listabi na tokan. He met an angel. They would wrestle until daybreak. So the angel asked Jacob, please release me. And Jacob said, no, I will never release you unless you bless me. When Jacob went back, he got the blessing. From Jacob comes the 12 sons. And the angel said, your name shall not be Jacob, it shall be Israel. Sangela ko mikin rotole tinkaruan na kau ni Israel. Au sa sinren bitaratan ko na yalola. Au be parta bikin me baru na ser. Kila tinkaruan angela ko mikin rotole tinkaruan na yabusa nedi Israel. Nangon kenta sana hakina ilo malang. Esa nengi boleh tunadan na tinkaruan na mat ni kor mebi. Oh ya research tak na internet na kakede ko. And don't tell 100 mile na adam. 1,500 miles na foundation. When a foundation go tol chinkarua, e boleh kitu banadan na tol na ada ni luwian to chinkarua na lubi chekope. Wana uluni matematini korida ke e boleh tu kena dan to le chinkarua na adam. Nadan to na tisipil. E tukuni bango e usile ni ba madal taksara. Ausa sinran bitango ausa na chine nanda tuk ne singile bin ko kaya baka ndo bi kendo wanga talat na kortamba ui na ka usa revidian go claro to no melanga tan rutu seri porto la la doru e va madal tak chicken na kortam go o kere to na doru merto ngol tak mai I tau ngol mai so no mo kenda langa tsukuna ser kenda sini bak sam tachiko that nio kenda sa tsukun ko ibe kenda sa tu sar tungang ko bana mata so tama chali le sarabahan nanda ko bana daw they went back east ka kuno surusong bilista ni ke mo muralista bana mata ko laku mai iksa laku don tsuk mai ni laku tsumorto no doru kala ba madal ta ko tsuni na bol ni pakati kala wase rusong ko ndo ke na rusong korwa na tinikaru na batu ngai boleh itu bana different gates go. Amu na urilso na batu tuka oi na batu go sember bantu lure buru-buru go. Na merlita na dabu suci. Ngai ngun sala ni korongo. The main street in the city was what? Kala kona kolo ko kende vital lo ta chiko. Zaka man dono mungun sala me kolo man dono mateni bali. Ngai andar me matekile sa dukra ke bantu no footpath ke go real ke bantu na dabu. Keren unsal. Sa sindo na ndumbuta kutumika. Nge tukuli bango na unsala Lomani city me na Jerusalem to the New Jerusalem. It's pure gold. Ola kutu bango to mbale to rental to na kemla. Reda iksan ngeli reda kan kemela. Ike iksin reda kemela. O ko nga nandu daga ko be reda na kenela lo bidi. We ko patiker na da. Urna kam tungo they want to see Jesus in you. Lamalangi igusan ngali redi. Igusan ngali redi ko. Kerto rodoro merto ngol tak mai. O kila aya no nda tatanda. Mendala ko bana mate ni ko mendala ko bi lamalangi. Sangali no da kalunga ni da kila ni sa tungo ena da. We right at the gate. Ko tal ni be bana nda ko bana mate ni koroko.